What would a high school reunion be like without a little revenge? I'm Larissa Wohl for Maximo TV, and tonight we're at the premiere of 10 Years Later, a movie about just that.
The film is called 10 Years Later, and it's the story of a girl. My character's name is Fairley, and 10 years after I've left my hometown, I come back for my reunion, and I come in contact with a man who has raped me. So it's a very dark. It has a very dark start, and then all my friends come together, and it's a celebration of people coming back together with this really, with that hanging over us the entire reunion.
I don't want to make my interview dark, but how was it playing somebody that had been raped?
It was really, I did a lot of, I went to a couple of clinics, and I spoke with so many women, and it was a fantastic opportunity to be a voice for these, because these women are so strong, and these stories that people that we were filming in San Luis Obispo that were on set when I was filming, and Tom Waits, we have 2 of his songs in the film, and one during a scene that he saw, and personally him and his wife, they saw the scene, and like, we have to be part of this movie, so they gave us 2 songs that I think are really going to make, you're really going to enjoy that portion of the film.
So do you feel that this movie and all the research that you had to do and for it has changed you?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, every role, it's like a role comes to you at such a specific time in your life, and I think as soon as I read this script, I knew I had to be this character's voice, and it was it was such a supportive cast too, so to go through that journey all together, it's a really sweet, it's a therapeutic way to, I think, work out.
It's extremely exciting to be here tonight. This is my first film, and I've been working really hard on it for a long time, and it's a dream just to be able to show it to people. I went back for a reunion of my own, and I realized there's kind of this time period in people's lives, this transitional adulthood, where people are 10 years out of high school, and everybody feels like they're supposed to be something already, and nobody's really who they thought they would be, but they're not who they were before, so they don't really know who they are. And it seems to me like a lot of people at that age are kind of trying to be the best version of themselves, but lacking something. So I wrote this story about 6 characters who I think anybody who watches this movie will either see those characters in themselves or see them in their friends. And then some crazy stuff goes down with one of the characters, and all of the other characters need to decide what to do to help that person or not help that person. And in making that decision, everything comes out about everybody. So I want it to be a crazy, wild ride about some intense decision-making about how to help your friend, but also expose everybody's deep character as well.
My character is kind of the old jock. Everybody, life goes on, has a kid, comes back around, hangs out with friends and stuff, and then of course all the madness that comes with that, as we'll see in a little bit.
And were you a jock in high school, or what were you?
Well, I don't know. I've played sports, but I guess maybe I was a jock, but like I was smart too, so it was like the balance, you know what I mean? Like I was good at math and I was good at basketball, so it was a little bit of both.
And if you were the jock, did you go for the cheerleader?
No. I didn't actually. No, I didn't go for the cheerleader. That was the obvious choice. I went for I won't say the least common denominator, but I'll say no. I'm just kidding. No. I appreciated people with personality. So
my character's name is Becky Clark, and she's a troubled soul. She is having sort of a tough time in her life with her marriage and her life and her career, and I think coming back together with these old friends brings all of that up, how happy she used to be. So that's kind of what she's going through during the process of the film.
Did you have any traumatizing events go on when you were in high school?
No. Of course I did. Are you kidding? I'm a theater geek. That's just kind of the way it goes. I actually went to an arts high school, and we weren't organized enough to have a reunion. But if we did, I would just love to see all of these people and see what they're doing. I've sort of kept in contact with some and followed the careers of others, and I think I would just love to see them and see what they've grown into, because they were so inspiring when they were young.
It was wonderful. It was fun. Had a great time. It was a great location, a great group of kids to work with. I really enjoyed myself an awful lot. I played the sheriff of the town whose son gets in a lot of trouble. And he's supposed to show up at work and he doesn't. And this has been a problem ongoing.
With your son that you had in this movie, what was the discipline that you had to give to this kid?
I didn't. I never got to see him, because you'll have to see the movie to see what happens to him.
You can't imagine going to your 10-year high school reunion, I'm sure, but how is school going for you right now?
Pretty good.
Did you have a good time on set?
Yeah, it was really fun.
What was the funniest part?
I'd say Aaron, he'd give me $1 just for staring at some peanuts.
What made you want to be part of this film?
I've known Aaron for quite a while, and he told me about this project, and seeing everything that he's done, the passion with which he goes about filmmaking ever since he was very small. I said, let's do it. You're a director. Let's make a film.
Was there one specific part that stands out as being the best moment of the whole project?
Well, once I drove up from Los Angeles, and they were doing a night scene, and just really seeing everyone who clearly had worked 15, 16, 17 hours on this film, and we drove through the night to see this shot of them walking back into the reunion. It was just great to see everyone's dedication and be a part of that.
What character did you play in your high school?
I think I was the nerdy one. I was the nerdy thespian that was just so weird that the only place you could go was the theater. You know what I mean? Like a real geeky theater type. I mean, most of these, movie star celebrities, they were geeky. They were like, they were in the theater. They were nerds. They were reading plays. And that was basically me,
I'm Larissa Wohl, and you've been watching Maximo TV.